Everyone, good evening and welcome to the session. Thank you for joining us. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people are eagerly waiting for this particular orientation session. Congratulations to you all for choosing the career path in the data related world because data is everything, right? Today, whatever we are doing, whatever we are seeing, everything is mapped or measured from data values perspective. We are living in digital world and everything that we do is generating digital imprints. From that perspective, data becomes the centrifugal force for all the organizations also. Now, the biggest challenge with respect to the current industry trends is that we do not really have a lot of people who are equipped with the required skill set. Now, when I say required skill set, I'm not diminishing anybody's from their real efforts that you have put to learn skills. You might learn a lot of things, but from the practical world perspective in the industry, are those skill sets that you are learning are really used? Because organizations will look at this very important aspect on how I use a particular candidate in my day-to-day work. Return on investment. A lot of people are doing the program of data science, data analytics. In fact, we have engineering grads who are doing the data science course. Of course, you'll probably be in your final year, third year, or second year. And a lot of people from the industry also are learning the skills because this is the need of the hour. A lot of demand in the market is there with respect to the data analytics and data science fields. Now, what we are trying to do here from 360DigiTMG perspective is that we try to fill the gap that academia probably is not able to fill in. People who are learning the skills using various forums, they lack the practical exposure, right? And academia, universities do understand this, and they are pushing, right? The government bodies, the educational bodies are pushing people, students, to ensure that they do internships. But where should you do the internships from? How do you get the internship? Right? This is a challenge. And unless until you get that practical exposure, you'll not be ready for a job interview. Right? So from that perspective, we are trying to fill in that gap via this free internship phase. It's a completely free program. All you have to do is register. Various forums are there where you can register via government portal, government body portals, via social media, directly coming to 360DigiTMG website, right? So there are various forums where you can register. So all those people who have registered, all those people who have not registered who are attending this session, I'm trying to walk you through with respect to this particular free internship program. What next? You registered, what next? Or how do I register? You can register, as I told, directly from various forums. Social media is there, or your college, if you're a college right goer or student, then your college probably has tie up with respect to the government organizations, and then there are programs where we are tied up with. It could be TASK, it could be AICPE, it could be APSHE, right? So there are different forums. Or you can directly register by attending this particular orientation session. Now, this program, after you register, this program is broken down into two phases. The first phase would be learning phase. The second phase would be the project phase. In the learning phase, we will help you to go through certain recordings. The learning material will be shared, and this learning material will also be strategically placed in a 1 day space, that is in 24 hours. Will not feed you with a lot of material. We will probably give you 1 hour or maximum 2 hours videos. That's all. And these videos or learning material will be shared with you in one of these slots, either 6 a.m., 12 p.m., or 6 p.m. Why? Because these are the times where you generally are relaxed, you're not rushing, right? Your university classes, probably your office, if you're going to office, then they are starting at around 9. 12 would be generally the lunch break. 6 p.m. by then you are done with your daily activities, whatever you are associated with. So you'll get some buffer time to go through this content, and whatever you're learning, you also have to showcase those skills on LinkedIn. Again, I keep telling this to my students. LinkedIn is one of the important tool that you have, which allows you to get into the market. LinkedIn is the most sought out or most looked into job recruitment platform, right? Recruitment platform. Companies, employers, that is, they look at the employees' credentials from LinkedIn, because you cannot hide, you cannot fake anything in LinkedIn. But at the same time, you need to have that skill sets that are required to showcase over LinkedIn. Now, this quiz that we are conducting, the evaluation that we are conducting is happening on LinkedIn, 360DigiTMG page, so that you contribute the answers to these questions that we give, and then that way your profile is getting highlighted because you're adding some content, right? This is the kind of question that you will see. And look at, some questions, don't worry about these questions. And the answers have to be given like this, detailed in comment section. Okay, so there are a lot of, these are previous videos, right? So you'll have to add your answers like this in detail. This would help you to add weightage to your profile. So it's basically evaluation of your learning, at the same time helping to ensure that your profile also gets some weightage, LinkedIn profile. Now, once this is done, we will move to the project phase. And in the project phase, you will be given a task, and you'll also be assigned with a mentor so that you complete the tasks in a specific form or order, following specific processes. You probably are not familiar with what you need to do in phases wise, step 1, step 2, step 3. So we have an industrial expert who's going to guide you. And this happens on daily basis from Monday to Friday to ensure everybody is following that pace and the order. So there will be a 15 minutes stand-up meeting. And in that meeting, we will be discussing only these 2 points. You should not be diluting the discussions in that meeting, because that's how stand-up meetings are conducted. Focused, to the point discussion. What you are supposed to do, what you have already done, and did you face any challenges? That's all, to the point. If you have any challenges, of course, there are various other platforms where you can post your questions and get this addressed. All right. Now, what exactly is this analytics task that you'll have to do? That we will be discussing when you go to the project phase. Now, once all this is done, once you submit your work, then you would be given a certificate, just a sample certificate, a template. Your certificate may vary, but this is something like what you get. A certificate which has your credentials, your name, the project that you're doing, the start date, end date, right? So along with the various logos that are associated for your program. And all this is completely free, as I mentioned, right? So we are not charging anything. The learning phase for this particular batch is going to start tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Now, coming to the registration once again, there will be a link posted in this chat, YouTube chat. You can go through that link. Click on it. It will redirect you to the WhatsApp community. Once you're part of the WhatsApp community, that means you are registered. All right, so do that and follow the instructions that are given in the community. Now, you might say, hey, what kind of practical exposure do you have to conduct all this? This is my profile, friends. My name is Sharad, and I'm one of the directors with an organization called Innodatatics, which is a US-based company. And we deal with AI solutions. We develop AI solutions. We do implementations. We basically work with machine learning, forecasting related problems, predictive analytics predominantly. And my specific work area is the deployment area. So I help teams to implement the solutions in a production environment. So ML ops and data engineering is something that I take care of. I have more than 18 years of experience in the industry. Now, what kind of projects our teams do? I'll show you a glimpse of what we are doing here. This is an embryo quality prediction. Now, what is this embryo? In the current world, due to the various pollution related impact or stress related impact, natural pregnancies are coming down. The fertility rate, right, is coming down. So a lot of couples go for IVF program, artificial, right? You can say test tube babies in simple terms. But once the embryo, right, the egg is injected with the sperm, and once the egg is fertilized, what is the quality of that embryo so that we know that there is a healthy baby who is developing that? Early prediction is the key here, and this is the kind of research-based projects that we do. Right, and you can see this is basically classification. We are trying to predict what is the quality by just taking an image of that embryo. Pathology report. Yeah, so you can see that is the small embryo that we are seeing. So prediction is bad, but this is not good. This embryo is not good. So what we do, that means this particular experiment, IVF experiment, is a failed experiment. So they try to do again the another experiment. Once the embryo is fertilized and classified as a good quality, then it is again incepted into the mother's womb. Right. So this is the project that we are doing, and this is another project. Look at this. So when we talk about manufacturing sector, I talked about life sciences healthcare. This is manufacturing sector example. These are steel pipes. I'm pausing the video. These are different steel pipes, different shapes, different dimensions. These are loaded into the truck. Now, from the manufacturing perspective, I want to know how many steel rods have been loaded into these trucks. There are many trucks like this. Can they manually count it? Right? That is the question. Of course, manually is what we used to do. But now, thanks to AI, this is the kind of solution that you will see. So we will have the CCTV footage from the loading area. We will upload the picture, and our AI model is going to count the number of steel rods, the width of the steel rods as well, the dimension of the steel rods, and then respective count. This solves a lot of manual effort and human error as well. So these are the kind of projects, friends, that our team does. And this is basically the testimony for our success as well. 360DigiTMG students, I'm very proud of my students. If I scroll down here, career transitions as that, you can click on this success story. I keep showcasing this, okay? And this is the PDF version of the same content. You can scroll down and see all these people, right? They have worked on these kind of projects that I've just showcased. And because of that exposure, they are now placed in very, very reputed organizations. You can see the international companies like Walmart, Infosys, Futurance, right? I should talk about Capgemini, the prominent names I'm talking about. All big fours, in fact, I should say, our team is working in all the big four companies, the top MNCs across the globe, not just in India. Why? Because these are the people who have put their heart and soul into the practice. And that's why success is always with them. I'm very proud of these students. Now, for you people, learning resources becomes very pivotal on 360DigiTMG website, friends, because you're now in the learning phase. There are many videos, so much of content is there that you can actually utilize. All right. So it gives you a glimpse on what exactly is data science, data analytics, data engineering, MLOps. You probably are not 100% clear between these two. What is data science? What is data analytics? Or what is data engineering or what is MLOps? Go through these videos and you will be able to understand the difference. We have a digital book. We have mind maps to learn things. We have quiz questions. We have architectural page where you can design your project architecture. There are templates. You can use those templates. One of the templates you can create and then just download the version in PDF format. Then you can take self-assessment by participating in a quiz. Then one of the interesting platform that you see is the resume mapper. I'm very, very excited when we talk about this. It basically allows you to map your resume to the job requirements. Every company has job requirements, specific tasks or responsibilities that an individual has to fill in. So they draft it in job description. And when you see a job description, you jump and then apply for it without properly evaluating whether your resume suits to that requirement or not. Now, if it doesn't suit, then obviously your resume will not be even selected at the first screening level. It will be rejected. So we are trying to help you to increase that probability of getting your resume shortlisted at the screening level by using LLM models and generative AI capabilities. All we do is upload a resume. It should be in PDF or docs format. Right? I'll basically push some resume, sample resume, and then I'll also post job description, either copy paste from the job portal or if you have a file, click on a file and upload it. Okay, I'll use this job description JD, a sample. Okay, again. Once it is updated, we'll click on compare now. Now, what happens is the ATS system that we have, applicant tracking system that we have here built on the platform, allows people to match their resume with the job description. And it also gives a quantified number. What is the matching score? Right? So that is the advantage. And along with that matching score, it also gives the keywords that your resume is missing. Right? So 30% match, that's all. Now, if you try to upload your resume for this particular job description, obviously it will not be shortlisted because it is only 30% similar matching. A lot of such capabilities that you probably are familiar are not updated. For example, you might be learning scikit-learn. You're very much familiar with it. TensorFlow. You probably are aware of NLP. You don't come from banking or finance sector, that is fine. But the job description, the company that is looking out for people, right, candidates, they prefer people from banking or finance sector. If you are coming from that background, then yes, add these keywords, ensure that your resume is updated with all these respective skill sets. That way, the matching score increases. So you can use this platform to assess, compare, and then after updating your resume, that's when you might want to actually apply for your job. Right? So this is a interview set of questions also to ensure that it gives you a quick idea on what exactly you have the skill sets if you're not familiar with it. If you're familiar, well and good. Like this, we have various platforms, friends. You have projects. Our team does a lot of projects, right? So they come online and then they explain what are those various things that they have performed. You can go to the playlist and then watch the videos. We also have animated learnings. If I click on animated learnings, you'll see this nice GIF images and videos which explain what are the processes that you'll have to follow. For every concept, we have these mind maps. For example, I talk about night-based, probability-based algorithm. So it contains all the concepts that are required for understanding the night-based algorithm. It's like a cheat sheet. So on and so forth, friends. There are so many things that you might want to utilize from this particular platform. Okay, don't forget learning resources. So that's all, friends, from my side. I wish all the best for you. This is the first, sorry, excuse me. This is the first step into your careers, practical exposure or industrial exposure. So utilize the opportunity, share the news with all your friends and family members who are looking out for opportunity for performing or working on an internship project. Most welcome. And this is as part of a CSR program. We are trying to help the young generation to gain that exposure that is required for their career development. With the true intentions, we are trying to support and request everyone to utilize the platform or the option in its true sense to gain knowledge from this particular platform. Thank you so much, everyone, for participating, and good luck, friends.